guys, welcome back to Lamande Island Vlogs, where we live our lives every day without regret. And as you can tell by the title, today I have a banger. Today I have a lit video for you guys. So what we'll be doing today is it's a next cooking video, and as you can tell by the title, we'll be cooking lionfish. There's a lot of misconception when it comes to how the lionfish directly affects our aquatic ecosystem. Lionfish is a predatory fish. It originates from the South Pacific and the Indian Ocean over the side there. The thing is, how they got into our waters is it's speculated that in the 80s, as in, they're very beautiful fish, so you have people using them for, you know, for aquarium purposes, for decoration. People would want them in their house for some decorative purposes. You might find that they eat a lot and I guess the people that had them were not able to feed them, and some of them were released into our waters, and since then their population has just skyrocketed. Firstly, they have no natural predators in our waters here. Secondly, they reach sexual maturity within a year, based on the research I've done, within a year. And once in sexual maturity, a fertile female can release anywhere between 30,000 to 50,000 eggs every 4 days, and that's crazy. And again, they have a relatively long lifespan. They can live anywhere between 5 to 15 years in the wild. Pinnacle of misconception is that the fish is poisonous. The fish is not poisonous. The fish is venomous. Once the spikes are removed, it's just fish. Not all the fins on the fish, however, are venomous. It's mostly the dorsal fins, the pectoral fins, and then the anal fins. Those are the ones that if they prick you, get serious pain. Ordered it yesterday morning, and by yesterday evening I had the lionfish in hand, and I'm just so excited. Get excited, maroons, because we have a sweet video coming for you. Me personally, I'm not the biggest fan of steam fish. I'm not the biggest steam fish fan. I think, I don't know, sometimes it's just bone just go everywhere, and I'm not the biggest fan of that. So what I'm going to do, before kind of steaming it, I don't know what the correct culinary term is. Before I steam the fish per se, I'm going to kind of fry it down first, so that once it steams, it kind of still is solid in a sense, and it not just soft and boned everywhere. So yeah, frying it first, then I'll be cooking it down in some coconut milk with the seasonings, some okra, drop 2 crackers in it. It's going to be a whole vibe, maroon. So just ensure that you stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next shot. This is everything I'm going to be using, well, to kind of season. A few stalks of scallion, few cloves of garlic, a small onion. Definitely have to have the Scotch bonnet. Is a must. Scotch bonnet is a must. Yeah. I have a tomato here. I'm going to be using half of the tomato probably, or maybe use all of it, and definitely won't be using all of this. Half of this, half of the sweet bell pepper, and you have a little thyme here. So I'm gonna just cut up everybody. Yeah. Alright, so this is everything cut up. This is everything diced up and ready and waiting. I know some of you probably cringing in the comments, because I mean, it comes down to preference as to how you like, especially the bell pepper. We know, so we're not gonna fuss over the bell pepper, how I cut it, so, and the onions possibly, but it comes down to preference and how you like it. I personally just don't really care that much about how it cut up. Yeah. So here we are, guys, the moment of truth. Let's take a look at the fish. Oh. Yes, brother, they really came true. As in, look at this, look nice. I mean, they really came true. It's quality. Like, the eyes look good, so you know, say it's fresh. The body is firm to the touch, And like the size, like, okay, so they cleaned up a bit. They removed all the fins except for the tail fins, because everybody knows that there's no risk of venom here in the tail. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to look at it, because I'm not taking any chances. So clearly you can see, so them clear the ones that are toxic, which are the top ones, the anal ones, and the pectoral ones. Lovely. But I'm gonna just go through, because see something there, so like that little thing, I'm not taking a chance. So I'm gonna cut that. Let me check the big boy now. Yeah, definitely, as in these won't prick you, but I'm still gonna, these right here won't prick you, but I'm still gonna cut them out. Let me check to see the pectoral fins. Alright, the pec fins are clear. Let me see the anal fins. Oh, okay, look at this. I don't know if the GoPro can get it, but look at this. Ooh, child. No. I cut off that, not take a chance. Yeah, I'm really impressed by the fish, to be honest. Alright, Mad, you know, say we Jamaicans, we definitely not play when it comes to cleaning meat before eating it. Oh, what's that? Yeah, we definitely not play when it comes to cleaning meat before we eating it. So I could just use, I could cut to lime. See there? Lime. Squeeze that in there upon the fish. Same again. Squeeze that in there. Drop them down there. And still add a little vinegar. Just kind of like mix that around. Yeah, I could just make that go on chill for about a minute, then a seasoning time. So here we have it. Yes, sir. Why this blasted butterfly now? Why this blasted butterfly won't fly? You know, what the hell? The butterfly is legit attacking me. Like, what the hell? Anyways, this is what we have here. So we have the seasoning here. This is the basic Maggi fish seasoning. This is kind of an all-purpose seasoning that we had here lying around, and a little paprika. This, but I throw this again, but it seemed like the same thing as this, so I'm not about to add none. The thing is, I'm not the biggest fan of powder seasoning. Like when I cook, I try to avoid it. So because of that, I don't have any salt here, because all of these already have some salt content. Why this blasted butterfly not leave me alone? Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to mix them up, and then I'm going to use them to season the fish. You know, just make sure you mix it up as best as you can. Get the paprika over in there, so everybody get the little punch there, you know. It's a vibe. So yeah, hopefully this should be enough to season the two fish. Yeah guys, so what I'm going to be doing now, because I'm going to be frying the fish first, I'm going to try to see if I can get it as dry as possible. So I'll just suck up some of the water off of it. Okay. I'm gonna put this up, alright, to get it off the fish. It's very important. Just basically going to put some slices in the fish. So, oh shiznit, make sure that you have a sharp knife. Really, this is embarrassing. Is this the sharpest knife you have, Labu? See, just get deeper. So now you're just scooping up some of the seasoning that you have, throwing it on the fish, and then you're going to massage it onto the fish here. So you just massage it onto the fish, ensure that you go in between these cuts that you would have made. You have to go in between them to ensure say, you know, the flavor goes. Wow, this, it's a lot of flesh on this fish. A lot of flesh. Don't want to forget the fish head, because there's a lot of meat on this fish. Alright, so yeah, there we have the bad boys seasoned and ready. And what's left of the seasoning, I just gotta add it to the, I gotta just add it to the pot when it has simmer down. Yeah, it's a vibe. Last cooking video I would have done, some of you guys were complaining about me having the pot on the ground. So I have an improved setup that I'm going to show you guys. Alright, vibes. So basically, this is my seat here where I'll be sitting watching the pot. That stool there is the camera stand, right? This is where the magic will happen. And now the big thing is I have just shipping from IKEA. Just shipping my table from IKEA. The improved table. See it there? So I can't complain about me putting the things on the ground again. IKEA made quality, you know, trouble. And see this stand there. How I can put this? Fish is not the easiest thing to fry, while it's really easy to fry, because you have to have, the oil has to be very hot if you want the fish to turn out good. And we know the problem with maintaining an outside fire is it's unpredictable, you know. While we're here waiting on the oil to get hot, I'm going to have to take this moment to thank you guys so much for the support. I want to thank you guys for two things. That's the 2019 carnival video. That video surpassed 1,000 views, so that's the first video I have to pass 1,000 views, and I have to thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for 10,000 channel views in total. Like, the channel has passed 10,000 views, and I'm so excited. Maroons, thank you so much. Now I'm going to be dropping some pimento berries and a scotch bonnet in the pot. The fire now work with me. The oil seems hot, but I'm afraid to put in the fish and it's not hot enough and then it spoils. So you have the fish here. You know what? I think it's hot enough. I'm gonna just go feed. Wait, let me test the pepper. I think that's hot enough. Don't you think so? Yeah man, this should be hot enough. So I'm going to put the fish in. So after I put it in, Mohammed say I was actually correct and the oil wasn't hot enough, but I just try move it around so that it doesn't stick to the pot, you know, trying to save it. Aye. Placed the second fish in the pot because I realized that the fire now work with me, and this is probably the hottest it's going to be. So all I have to do is just try to monitor it and avoid it sticking to the pot. Yeah, so from the get-go, like what could I say, the way how the fire did operate, it would be difficult to get it done properly. It's giving off more of the steam vibes than it is giving off fry vibe. So Nope. 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 It's extremely soft. So I have to just put in the seasoning and thing. And yeah, let's see how it turns out. This is everybody. We see me cut up earlier. Let me just drop the thyme in the middle. And then kind of like sprinkle everybody else all over the place. Yeah, make that go on. Meanwhile that I go on, I have some okra that I'm going to add to it. As in, you know, say the okra is a must. Yeah, the vibe. Now, what I'm going to be adding is the coconut milk that I would have already mixed. So let me just throw it in all over it. And that's a lot of coconut milk. Mercy. Make that one bubble up. And yeah, tell me if you think it's going to turn out good down in the comments right now. And drop a like on the video. You see the people who drop likes on the video already without me telling you. I love you, you know. I love them people. Yeah man, if this is your first time on the channel, consider subscribing. This is what it looks like. So I'm going to just drop in the bell peppers now. The most important thing. Excelsior water crackers. See this? Jamaica's favorite. Just drop them in. Just add crackers to your liking, you know? Yeah. So add this I go on for the pot. No look bad. At this point, this has been sitting here for about 4 minutes. And it's absolutely beautiful. It smells absolutely spectacular. Like, I'm excited to try it. Let me go. Plating master. Trouble. Let me get it. I have to get this not the light so I can see it good. Plating master. See it there? You guys would have seen the quality plating that I just did. But right now, I'm sure your only concern is how does it taste? For personal reasons, I chose to cut straight through the fish. So I cut straight through that, guys. Trouble. Trouble. Brother, bro, this is out of the bro. All right, time for the fish. Look at this. There's so much flesh on this fish. Watch it. It's crazy. Lot of flesh. Uh-oh. Bro, it is like, bro, it's like maroons. Like maroons, no cap. Like no cap. It's better than parrotfish. And bro, there's just so much meat. Like, look on all of this when I take off. Like, this is just meat. Look at this. crazy. I take a big bite, get one of the crackers, some okra. Like, I honestly wish like I could have shared it with you, but I take the bite for me. Hey, daddy, come stop what you're doing and come give me a taste of trouble. Yo, come here now, man. Come here, dry off your hand and come here. Hey, I tell you, say them dead. Come give me a taste.
Wait, I need a chair.
Cheer for one, man. Just
I have to sit down, man.
come down here, so then. Come down in the kitchen, then. No? Come down in the kitchen. Now I tell you, say this need crowd, man, daddy.
Try over, yeah, sir?
Yeah, up at the
Fish head?
Yeah, yes, so.
The fish head, man.
Yo, just go on, man, and tell me what your taste.
Tastes good, man.
Try
meaty, fleshy. Meaty.
Yeah, a whole heap of flesh
Come
upon
like
it for real.
barracuda.
Eh?
They come like lionfish. That's like lionfish.
And it tastes like parrot, you know. Because they say, I never think it would have taste that good. But it tastes good.
You know it tastes, man.
And a whole heap of flesh. Try the crackers, brother. You tell you say crackers are trouble.
But you wear name there already.
Yeah.
I eat it already.
Oh, you have?
Solid steaming.
Eh. Mad, not you.
More like insane.
You can tie them girl there with it.
I tie all them boyfriend too.
The camera battery died, as you guys would have seen. I made it frayed, but the fish end up turned out good. Everybody liked it. It actually done and pot clean and everything. So yeah, currently I have two playlists on my channel. I have the vlogs playlist and the skits playlist. The skits playlist show all of the old video them before me take a break from YouTube. The vlogs playlist now has everything since last year, since I came back to YouTube. But I'm going to be adding a third playlist, and this third playlist is going to be foods. So everything that I cook is going to be in that playlist differently. Yeah, hopefully you guys like the video. Feel free to leave a comment. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you share, please, guys. Share this video. Share it on your WhatsApp status. Put it on Instagram. Tag me. Just, you know, just share and spread the word, Maroons. Anyways, thank you guys for always supporting. I love every single one of you. And remember, in every single thing you do, be patient, exercise humility, and always be consistent. Patience, humility, consistency. I'll see you in the next one.